I mean, I was told, but their offensive line was supposed to be one of, if not the best in the country all offseason, that their receivers got massive separation. Well, what happened against Rice? Now, do they have the ability to be that? Yes, because they have a lot of talented dudes. But I don't know if you're going to be able to do that against Alabama. Joe, here's the thing that I saw from Alabama this past weekend. Defensively, I think that they're better.
Yes.
I know that my eyes saw that they're faster, stronger, and this is with Will Anderson being out. They play more as a team unit, and Kevin Steele is going to do what he's got to do on the back end to help his guys out. The only problem that I have with Alabama in here is Jalen Milroe. I don't think this is a great quarterback matchup, but maybe it will turn out to be one. Hopefully it is one, so we have a really good game. I'm going to go with Alabama here because of Saban, because of what they can do in Tuscaloosa. And if Texas – look, if Alabama were to lose, everybody – I've heard from everybody saying that this would be an indication on Nick. I don't believe that. If Texas does not win this game on Saturday and you go 0 for 4 against the SEC since 2019 – what do you have any faith in Sarkisian or Texas that they can be anything coming into the SEC? Saban can rebound from a loss. See, we've seen him rebound from losses. We've seen him do good things. Joe, they got dudes all over the place. I do think it's a bigger game for Texas, but I don't think that they win it.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. And I mean, Texas fans, get upset at this if you want, but traveling to play at Alabama, even if, as we've actually described it, being a bit of a down year for them personnel-wise, you're still traveling on the road to play at Alabama. It is a Herculean task to pull off those away victories in Bryant-Denny Stadium. That is one of the hardest places to win in all of college football.
No question.
The way that I think that this game plays out, though, I kind of go in line with that. I don't know if Alabama covers. I want to sit here and say that I don't trust Texas because they looked rusty and sloppy against Rice. I would like to think, and I think will happen, despite their rustiness against Rice, I think that they're going to come ready to play this game. I don't think that they're going to show up and look as sloppy as they did last week because they're playing a team that they're overlooking. This is the biggest game on their schedule, except maybe Oklahoma when they play them, which is their biggest rival. This is a really important game for solidifying and reestablishing the momentum that this program has lacked for more than a decade. But I need to see for them to keep it within a score or close. Don't see them winning, but for them to keep it less than 7 points, Quinn Ewers has to be consistently accurate. He can't be airmailing balls. He can't be misplacing easy catches.
He can't be hitting running backs in a helmet
that aren't looking for the football. Like, he's got to reel it in and relax. I said this the whole offseason, and he's the same guy, which is where I am so afraid. He's got a cannon for an arm. He can throw on the run. He could be such a threat in this game, and he was a threat last year when they played, but he's got to reel it in. And the way that they can do that is if Texas runs the ball more effectively. They didn't do a great job against a bad opponent last week. They need to pull that pressure off of Quinn because if he tries to do everything, which he tries to do all the time, they struggle.
Yeah, and look, they're going to have to help him no matter what in running the football. Now, I don't think that what happened a year ago happens again. I do think that this game could be close early. But here's the flip side of that coin, though, Joe. We say that about Quinn Ewers. Well, are we completely sure on Jalen Milroe?
The difference, though, is that, and this is why I'm like not going to come on here and be really negative on Jalen Milroe. They play in two completely different offenses.
Yeah, this is his third start, too.
So that was what I wrote down, by the way. I wrote down that they need to avoid putting him in pressure situations. Like, he can't get into third and long, as we've talked about a ton on this show. They got to run the ball efficiently, and they got to keep everything third and short, because the minute it goes to third and long, and I know he's got a good arm. He had a long touchdown pass over the top against Middle Tennessee State, but those things aren't going to be as easily and readily open as they were last week against Texas. Like, he can't have all that pressure on his shoulders. He's still kind of figuring things out.
Well, and I don't think – here's what I think that their game plan is going to be too, Joe. I think that they're going to try to run it right down Texas's throat and make them play. Now, look, the problem and what makes this game interesting for me, did you see that Texas defensive line last week? I don't care if they're going against air. I mean, they did not look bad. They do have some dudes in that front seven. I do think that this is an interesting matchup, to say the least. The only question that I'm going to have here is this. How fired up are those guys at Alabama going to be about all the shit that they heard about, oh, well, Texas almost beat you. Texas almost beat you. How fired up is that team going to come out in Tuscaloosa? So that's the question that I have there.
I know there's a lot of new faces, but like, let's be honest here. You know, young guys in their 20s playing football, you get pissed off when that stuff keeps getting brought up to you. They almost lost last year. You think that they're not going to come out swinging? They absolutely are, like you're saying.
I will, and we'll wait on our picks to the end of the show on who we have there.